Hopefully that's right. Is it working now? Yes, it is. I do apologise. Hello, everybody. I'm here. It's DK10. This is a Grand Master series. I've been on my jollies. That's why it hasn't been done last week. But I'm here to do it now. I've been waiting to see it. Can't even remember this race, to be honest. So we'll see how we get on. I've got the tables as well. We've got the Group 3s coming up after this. But let's get the Group 4 sorted out straight away. Off on now here at Dragon Trail Gardens. We got Ofsky starting on pole alongside his main rival in this championship. We got Mr. C himself, Mr. Cutler in the Mustang, the boss. And we got Waldy, he's here in the Hyundai, should do well around here in the Hyundai, he's in 3rd position. Ricky J in the Corvette is in 4th. Big Frank Old Crawler, he is there in 5th place. Me, myself and I, DK10 starting in 6th. Not a fantastic place, I was hoping for better, but we're starting in 6th. DMK Chalky 12 as well, was hoping for a bit better for Subaru, but he's there in 7th place nonetheless. And we've got TRG Joyce is in 8th place, and the Keenleys is in 9th. We are missing DMK Duskiver, and we are missing DMK Aldo as well. But nonetheless, we'll get on the way. Who do we want to start with? You know what? We will start with Ricky J. Let's start with Ricky J. See how we get on. Should do well in the Corvette. Might get a good launch. We shall see. Running on a racing mediums to start with as well. So it is half hour long. So we shall see how he gets on. And we're away, straight away. No pause. That Toyota got bogged down off the start. We know about that Toyota, do we not? Yes, it does. Mr. C then taking the lead. We've got the wrong button there. You can tell I've been off for a week. And DK10 trying to go around the outside of Oskis there. Not quite pulling that off. But we'll get on board here with Oskis down in 4th place now. We've got Waldy looking up the inside of Ricky J. Too wide into turn 2. Don't normally go well there. Watch that sausage curb. Getting a bit squirmish there. You can cut that corner just a little bit. But I wouldn't recommend it for those. But Oskis down in 4th place. Mr. C leading the way. DK10 coming down the outside of Oskis here into turn 5. The airpin left. And Chalk's there as well, moving up a spot into 6th place. DK10 looks like he got that move done up to 5th. But the pull on that Toyota, once he's got good cornering speed as well, he will hang on. Where is Oskis? Where is he? Let's find him. Here he is. Heading into turn 7. DK10 will hang on to the back end. As we do, we've still got a barrage up front as Ricky J's holding on to 2nd place and keeping Mr. C company as well. Mr. C and that boss will run to a pace. Does like to nurture his tyres, does Mr. C. But Ricky J now has got Waldy to contend with as they go side by side. We've got a squabble at the back. We'll see the chalk on the back of DK10 as well, but I want to see if Ricky J gets that move done up the inside here as we head around the final corner as well. Not quite getting that done, but the Hyundai got it done up the inside of Ricky J there. That Hyundai's got good cornering as well, as has the Toyota. But we are 30 minutes in. Mr. C leading the way on the opening lap. Waldy's in 2nd place, Ricky J 3rd, Oskis will look for better in 4th, DK10's in 5th place in the BMW, Chalk not too far behind in 6th, Big Frank in 7th place. TRG Joyce had a good run, he did have a good run a couple of weeks ago around Monza in that Lexus. He's currently running in 8th for Keenleys. Seeing what the rally crossing is like here at the Dragon Trail Gardens. She's currently running in 9th for Mr. C. Running well, got a little bit of a gap as the cars behind fight away. Ricky J hanging on the 2nd, Waldy's there as well. We have got DK10 cutting that curve as well, going a bit sideways. He's in the grass. Oh, that being, we're not running any traction control here this evening. It is on, but we don't run it because we put it on for the new people if they want to join. I'm used to running with traction control. But we're not running none of that. That gets Chalk 5th place. Oskis rejoined again for the VGT season, the Grand Master series even. VGT's really looking forward to that. Am I not? Yes, I am. Really looking forward to that. We've got Ricky J coming back up Waldy here. Heading into turn 8, 9. See if he gets that move on side by side. Bit of a door rub, a bit of a send off. But that's going to bring him 3 wide round the final turn. Hold it. I think Ricky J just pulled out of that one. Give Baldy that spot back, but that gave Offskis the impetus to go right round the outside of him there, regain third place. He started on pole, remember? We did know Dust Sky, but ran that Toyota a season ago. It is Bob off the start, if I'm honest. It has got no pull off the start, but currently running in third place now, but its cornering speed is fantastic. It is absolutely fantastic. DK10's making moves. He's getting back up to 5th place. Gonna go up the slip. Got a good run out of them 2, 3 and 4. Got a bit of slip off Ricky J. Gonna send it straight down the inside is DK10. In the Red Bull. BMW. Got that move clean as line. Ricky J down to 5th from 2nd, 3rd, 4th. He's going through the numbers like a calendar girl. There's the end. Chalk 6th, got a bit of a penalty to get rid of. He's got Big Frank behind him, aka Big Frank. I love it, yes you do. Running the Peugeot RCZ this evening. Or should I say last week's evening. It was Chalk having a look because we had around a 50p piece. It doesn't actually look like half a 50p piece. Very easy to get wrong, that section of the track, but Old Crawler got that done lovely round the outside of the chalk. He loses a bit of a penalty there. And phased back in when Big Frank was an odd net, expecting that bit of a door up, nowhere to go. We'll just go through the tyre of Mr. C. Here we go. Walden's still hanging on 2nd place. Mr. C's running the racing softs. He just likes to nurture his tyres. Currently sitting on a 138.4. They're not too bad for Mr. C. He's a strategician, is Mr. C. Does like to run, likes to maintain his fuel, maintain his tyres. 138 so far, now he's up to race pace. Waldy is running the racing softs as well, running to the 138. Offskis right under his rear wing, he's on the racing softs as well. Tyres and fuel set 4 and 3 in this Grand Master series. So you can do half an hour without stopping. It's strategy is down to whatever you want more or less, but round here it is a bit left right. There's a few hard braking zones, so tyre wear may become an issue. We shall see. DK10 is also on the racing softs. He's currently in 4th place, tracking Offskis. Ricky J has got the chalk to get on with his chalk cuts up the inside. He's on the racing mediums and chalks on the racing softs, so we want to utilise them to the best he can in that Subaru. He has run the Subaru for a season in another event that we did, and he did win the Group 4s, the Group 4 team manufacturers event, and he became the drivers champion in that way. DK10 and DMK-Grand Master became the constructors champions for Team Mazda. So Chalk 9 in front, got a bit of tyre wear on the front, used the quarter attack already. In 5th place on a Chug on 9, a 4-wheel drive, as Ricky J is going side by side with Old Crawler, aka Big Frank, down into the sweeping left-hander, turn 1. Get this right, it is a pleasurable drive if you get it right. It's very rewarding. Ricky J hanging it on the outside as well, maintaining that pace. As is Old Crawler as well. Joyce is still in 8th place. He's on the racing softs. Ricky J, Old Crawler's on the racing softs too, so. And he'll want to make a move in that, because that Peugeot is pretty heavy on his front tyres. I've seen a few people who have raced against her on there who raced this car. Chalk made a mistake. That's Old Crawler up to 5th. Chalk just tucking in the slipstream, cutting off the nose off Ricky J. Going to go side by side, but Ricky J, not having none of that on his mediums, getting it up to 6th place. Old Crawler played that really well, up to 5th. Chalk then down to 7th place. Not having a good time with his opening laps with Joyce. Down in 8th place, a comedian in the group. We do love this guy. There's love the banter as well. Currently the 144 is 155 last time around. Obviously made a mistake somewhere. Not having a fantastic time in his Lexus. The Keeley's in the Subaru, the Grand Master liveried Rally Art Subaru. Looks very nice. Got to be said. There you go, the Grand Master livery there. You love it. And nice, picking up points nonetheless. The Robbie this season was to beat with Joyce. You'll see how she gets on. She wants her aim is to beat with Joyce. And we are missing Dazzler as well. We're missing 3 drivers this week. Have a little bit of a slurp, right, you know. So the fight here at the moment, I should have brought the tables up before, but yeah. At the moment, the Grand Master standings, Ovskis on Cutler, the 2 at the moment. Ovski got a bit of a slide on there. Gifted 3rd place to DK10. He's going to be tracking Walden now. Ovskis is going to have to watch his tyres now. Might have a bit of dirt on them going off track. Have to scrub them marbles off. But no doubt he'll get up to pace. DK10 got a good run out of it. Chopped Walden down by half there. See, Mr. Cutler's not pulling away from the group as quick as we thought he would. These are tracking 138 as well. And Mr. C is doing 138.3, 138.5, 138.4 for DK10 as well. So, and it's also got a purple sector in there as well as DK10. BMW working well around Sardegna. I do like the Megane around here, the trophy Megane around this circuit. Did have an excellent race with none other than the one himself, Mr. P1 Pilgrim. That was a cracking little race. Enjoyed that. That was in the GTTCC. That was a cracking little race, got to be said. Did enjoy that. New event coming on Tuesday nights on GT7 is the World Touring DMK-WTC, the touring car event. There's 31 cars, 31 Group 4 cars in the GT7. That's going to be hosted by none of them. DMK Aldo on Tuesday night. Lobby will open at 7:30. Race will qualifying will get underway. So 10-minute manual qualifying. Everyone over sector 1. Then we can start the race and we'll hold the positions there as well. That will be commentated on by myself, and the tables will be done by none other than Joyce. Oh, everyone's pulling the finger out to make this one work, so hoping to get a few drivers in on the GT7. Also, DK10 down the inside of Wally here into the hairpin. A little bit of a door up, that will always going to happen there, but he's up to 2nd place for now. He's got the inside line for the next corner. As Wally swoops it out wide, looking for that switch. Not quite getting it done right now. Get on board with Wally, just a little dab of the brakes, they nerve that car through. There we go, get that on board. DK10 got a bit of a gap but runs it out wide, not on the gravel, so not too bad. 1.8 slower this lap. Front tyres taking a bit of a whip route from Waldy's Hyundai. He does love this little car, got to be said. Very impressed with his driving as of late, as Waldy. It's nice to see the boys back. I say it every time and every week, but it is very impressive to say the least. DK10 a bit of a gap there. Well, it's going to run in 2nd, Walden down in 3rd place. Get that camera back, there you go. Oskis not too far. Another driver, I've been very impressed with Oskis, absolutely very impressed indeed. Knuckled down, kept it going, kept it clean, as you do. Old crawler then, got a bit of a gap to the cars around him now, a bit of fresh air either side. Only running in 5th place, and then tyres taking a bit of an hammering as well. The mediums are as well. The mediums are we're on only lap 8, 12 minutes in. So let's see a few pit stops coming soon. Chalk's tyre, yeah. There's a bit tyres and fuel so far. Mr. C's just backed off after putting in another fastest lap of 1:38.1. Then just down by 0.4 of a second to 1:38.5. Slowing his pace down just a little bit. Yeah, as I was saying, I'm able to get more in on the GT7 side. So, yeah, this starts this Tuesday. Aldo is the man, the Iceman. DMK Aldo is the man. We'll be hosting the lobby. And then Joyce will be doing the table. So, yeah, as I was saying, 31 cars in this league. And it's one manufacturer per driver. So, yeah, hopefully get involved. Head over to DK10 gaming page. Get on the events tab. It is in there, ready to go. 7:30 Tuesday nights on GT7. Hope to get you there. Also starting is our iRacing League. That starts on Tuesday night as well. Really looking forward to that. Got to be in there, got to show my face as you do. That's a 488 Legacy League. That's opening the Guna Seika. Commentating will be done again by myself. So, pushing it all out, but it's only a 6-week season, so hopefully once we get the numbers in, we've got quite a few in already, to say the least. Quite a few, very impressive for the iRacing, and with it being our first league in iRacing. Bouncing all over the curbs here. That's how you take that curb. Ride that off and off. That's how you want to be doing it. But yeah, iRacing, that starts tomorrow night as well. 1910. That's on the Discord, or that's on the DMK-10 page as well. The DK10 Sim Community Gaming page. I'm still after 23 players to come and do a battle royale. No takers for that, unfortunately. No takers for the battle royale on Call of Duty. I need 23 of you to pull that one off. If you're interested, you can PM me via Facebook. Ricky J still hanging on to 6th place. Just over a quarter of a tank. So we'll see who's going to be the first one. Who wants to go for the undercut or the overcut? We've got 15.5 minutes left to go. Well, the Keenan looks like she can run forever. And she's just slowing down for the faster boys. There's a couple of runs in on the grass. That's not where you want to be. Yep, he's had enough of them tyres. He is in the pits right now. Where's DK10? He is there in 2nd place. These are not pitting yet, although them tyres look like they could do with a breather. Fuel is becoming a bit of an issue. DK10's got a little bit more, but not more so than Offskis. Offskis is looking pretty well in 3rd place. So far so good. He's got probably an extra lap of fuel in that car as well compared to the 2 cars in front of him. Where's Mr. C? He is just exiting the pits in 7th place. That has worked out pretty terrific. He knows all the cars in front. As Chalk kicks up the grass there, he knows all the cars in front. I've got a pit. Nobody followed him in. So this is a big undercut for Mr. C. He's gone back on the racing softs. He's up to 3/4 of the tank as well, so 15 minutes to go. Might have been enough. We do know before he has under-fueled himself, shall we say. He has done it once or twice already in this BGT season, and already chucking it up the inside of the truck is Mr. C. His blue flag's being waved out of B3 Keane is just up front there. His next target is Ricky J. Crawlers up to 4th. Offskis is on the back end. That Toyota around the 50 pence piece is absolutely sensational. He's under the rear wing of Offskis. We're going to stay here. He's got 100 loyalty points. Get rid of them. Plays it right well. There you go. Got rid of them very well. DK10 pitting that. Or does he go again? Yes, he does. He pits. He's in now. Hold it. Going, hanging it out. Offskis and DK10 in the pits now. So Waldy will take the lead in this race. Some off-warm fronts and the extra lap of fuel. DK10, Old Crawler, Offskis all in the pits. Where's Mr. C? Come down, start, finish straight. Already back up to 2nd place. Ricky J sticking with Mr. C in 3rd place. Staying out. He's probably got 2 laps of fuel in that Corvette. So if you can hang on to the back end of the coattails of Mr. C, should be in for a good result. Bit of fresh air to the cars behind him as Offskis jumps DK10 in the pits. DK10 not being impressed as the Keenan kicks up the gravel to the cars behind her. Yes, I did say behind her. There's a lady. We have got a lady racing in the group. Offskis, big start pole position. Baldy, Ricky J still to pit. He's on the racing softs, 3/4 of a tank. I reckon he's good till the end. Really got that extra lap over Mr. C on the fuel. I think DK10 must have overfueled himself. He's got the same amount of fuel unless he's just got a slower pit crew. One may never know. One may never know. The car's heavier, that's what we'll do. The car's heavier, the guy jacking up just hasn't got relief. Compared to the Toyota, that looks like it come out of a matchbox. Running well nonetheless. Through the order we go. DK10 5th, Old Crawler in 6th place after the pit stop. Joe not having a fantastic night in the Subaru, got to be said. I was expecting for better. Walden now pits. Chalk 7th. TLG Joyce is still in 8th place, still yet to pit. Keenly still yet to pit in 9th. Walden in now. Cutler retakes the lead. Ricky J staying out in 2nd place. He's got that extra lap of fuel. Mr. C has got this in the bag, bar any mistakes. Ricky J's in 2nd, Ofskis goes through, whereas Wold is still in the pit, so Ofskis in net 2nd place right now. DK10 probably looking on a net 3rd. Old Crawler just coming down the pit stop, finish straight, throwing it into turn 1, taking 5th place from Moldy Conver, joining in 6th place, over fuel. 10 minutes to go, or I say 10 minutes to go. He's got a full tank of fuel and a fresh set of boots. Probably a little over fuel there. That car will be heavy compared to the cars in front, but we shall see. That Hyundai is pretty prolific around here. George warming his tyres up again in 7th place. Joyce still yet to pit, as is the Keenleys, but Mr. C still leading the way. Chosen sponsored Mustang. Cracking looking livery as well. Cracking looking livery, like I said. So, Mr. C, the strategician, wants to become the first DMK-Grand Master. Hey, would be good. We have got a t-shirt, you got a cup, you got your Firmus Cup as well. Trophy is on hold until we decide who to go till this is over. There's not long left. Not long left, only a couple of races to go in the Grand Master Series, and then it goes on the burner for a while. Until a new format is born, and then we will run it again in a few months' time, the Grand Master Series. Really looking forward to running it again on GT7. Should be absolutely brilliant. Ricky J still running. He's dragging that fuel out just a little bit too much for my liking. That man knows what he's doing, does Ricky J. He loves it. He loves it. DK10 has got Ofskis all over his back door again. These two going hammer and tongs here. DK10 understeering into that corner there. Might not do him any favours. Riding all the curve, very slow out of there compared to Ofskis. DK10 just outbroke himself into turn 2. That messed up turn 3 and 4. And Ofskis is off and down the road. DK10's got it all to do again, but he's got Old Crawler and Waldy coming at him, 5th and 6th. Joyce is now in the pits. Chalk's in 7th still. Really in a faster set today with Chalk. What's his fastest lap so far? 1:39.1. His purple sector 1. He's on fresh boots and just over half a tank of fuel as well. 9 minutes left to go. We have got the Group 3s coming up, like I said. Then after that, we have got the tables with the Grand Master standings. I have seen them already, obviously. But yeah, we have got them coming up after the Group 3s, not before, as Chalk pushing the Subaru to its limits with a bit of off-roading. Joyce 8th, and it's pitted for racing softs and 3/4 of a tank. Mr. C 1:37.7 for Mr. C. Pushing the boundaries as Ricky J's now in the pits. That's going to give Ofskis that net 2nd place, like we said. So 1 spot lost for Ofskis overall. There's a fair gap to Mr. C down the road as well. The scrapping in the field has been pretty good, gotta be said. I like it, just like it is. The DK10's in 3rd place. Old Crawl up 4th. We've got Waldy chopping him down. 1:38.1. 1:38.3. So Big Frank, aka Old Crawler, keeping in the trend with the boys. Got it set. RCZ working well this evening. Yeah, Hyundai not too far behind. If he's in within half a second of Old Crawler, he will be in the slip. So a bit of slipstream never goes amiss, does it not? Set. Bring up 3rd place, because these two get up over DK10. These two fighting it out for best of the rest of the moment, because Mr. C is off and up the road. Where is Mr. C? He's going down the back straight as these come through the 50 pence piece. DK10 scrubbing the front rubber off that left, well, both his front tyres, then squealing in anger. But the Toyota looks to get that pretty spot on as well. See how late on the brakes we can go. We'll ride that curve down to second gear, pull that nose around, then you want to feather the throttle out of there, ride all that curve on the exit. We should be getting just a little bit of slipstream. We believe the BMWs are slightly faster than the Toyota on overall pace, but the Toyota makes up for it for being light. So it is very light, that Toyota. And not getting too much on off skids here. This is where the Toyota comes into its own through the corners. It's naturally nimble. BMW is just a bit more beefy. You have to get your corners done before you get to your corners, and we're not doing it like that. Hitting the sausage curve, going on two wheels. Would have been great to see from this point of view. So we have got 6 minutes left to go. Mr. C. Oh, no worries about him. Fresh air either side. And the fighting trios are behind. Oscar's just pulled a gap now to DK10. Got the bit between his teeth. Dropping the hammer. As Cold Trickle would say. Oh, cool. I'm still hanging on to fourth place. Very impressive drive. We're after Catalonia next. I will end this stream and start up the next stream. I think with me doing them back to back, they're a bit long, which is a bit of interest. So we'll cut them down into half-hour or so streams, and hopefully you'll enjoy it a little bit better. I know I'm not the best, but glad to get us out there. With the boys the recognition they deserve, putting on a good show. Good exit there for Molly, to be fair. He's got right under the back door now of old Crawler. The sweeping left-hander. He'll do well with the overspeed as well. We've seen Ricky J in the background there, around the final corner. Big cut of that curve there for a while. That big clamping of the curve. Half a second penalty as well. That's not what he would have wanted coming down here in the slipstream as well. You can't lose that into the slipstream of another car, but you've got to get your throttle right. You're going to lose it right now, is it? Yes, it is. That's a good way of losing the penalty there. Well done, well there. Still maintained his pace as well through that corner. All under the rear wing now of Von Crawler. Very impressive drive. Bit of a door up there. We'll try and go around the outside heading into the 50p piece. It's not going to work there. You want to wait and bide your time just a little bit. You don't want to be too over exuberant. You'll see Oscars and DK10 not too far in front is DK10 of these. Walder's going to have a look up the inside here. Later on the brakes, opens it up, gets that one done. Old Crawler looking back up the inside, got the tighter line as well. A bit of door up, that's always going to come in. 2 into 1 normally it doesn't go, but it's still racing nonetheless. As Old Crawler is right under the bump draft here. Pull out right at the last minute, is it? No, we're going to follow him through to the turn 2 and 3. Didn't sail it straight up the inside. Crawler, not normally the one to throw one anywhere, but he'll try and time it right. A big clamping of the curve again from Walden. That's Old Crawler down to 5th place. Ricky J is there in 6th place. He's got the chalk for company. Designing his own circuit there, making a new line on that corner. Joyce in 8th, Bikini's in 9th. But they're still leading the way. Too bad at all. Well, to be said, pretty lonely race for Mr. C apart from the start. Probably had a chat with his pit crew when he got in. You know, not too much by that, lads. Not too much by that. All the time in the world. Oscar's still running around in 2nd place. Did exceptional in qualifying. put it on pole position, but the pull on the car, the launch on this car led him down. Lost a handful of spots, but regaining second place is an exceptional drive to say the least. DK10, with 2 minutes to go, is currently running a podium position in third place. Waldy's in fourth place, Bob Crawler's in fifth. Top 5. Good one so far. Not too much drama in here. Racing's been clean and as good as you like. Got door rub every now and again into turns where you wouldn't normally expect to move, so it's probably why drivers do it. Rubbing's racing, as they say. It is, isn't it? And Ricky J, is he going to stay out this lap? He's blinking on the fuel. I think this is going to be the final lap. Yes, I think it is. Going to be the final lap. Ricky J, if he makes it, Chalk can push on. He's got plenty of fuel. So is the Joyce. The King is low on fuel. Not even sure if she's stopped. Cutler. Who's binned it behind? I can see a car spinning in the background. I'm not sure who that was. So Mr. C, 2 corners to go. Started second. A pretty pleasant race. He's going to take the win in Group 4s here at the Dragon Trail Gardens. A fantastic run for Mr. C. Rounding out the last corner. This is the final lap for Mr. C. Over the line, 18 laps at Dragon Trail Gardens. Mr. C, congratulations. He is your winner here at Dragon Trail Gardens. Congratulations to you, Mr. C. Oskis, great recovery drive. We lost a few off the start and starting in pole position, but that's down to the Toyota's launch. Coming home, rounding out the top 2. Coming home in second place. DK10 rounding out the podium positions in third. Waldy is going to come home in fourth place. Crawler's going to come home in fifth. And we've got a car in the pits, I don't know why. Ricky J has made it last. That fuel has done him well. He comes home in 6th place. 2 points for style. Chalk comes home in 7th. Joyce yet to come round. Mr. Keenley's in the pitch for fuel. Keenley's finishes in 9th place. And Joyce will finish in 8th. I think the next, not this week, next week, these are at Brands Hatch GP and Spawn. Now that should be another epic race. Brands Hatch and Sport. Sport for the Group 3s and Brands Hatch for the Group 4s. That should be absolutely epic around here. Does it? Quite lonely race in 8th place. Nonetheless, points are points. Lucy, wow, fantastic little race, gotta be said. I'm gonna end this stream. We'll be right back with the Group 3s. Peace.